Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, I've got some explosive news that's lighting up the NFC East, and it involves the New York Giants making a bold move that could reshape their entire offensive outlook for the upcoming season. It's not every day you see a team like the Giants, who are currently sitting at a 2-6 record with a cap space of just about $4. $5 million pulling off a trade that signals serious intentions to challenge the division's hierarchy. Rumors have been swirling, and now it's confirmed. The Giants have finalized a trade for Chris Olave, the talented wide receiver from the New Orleans Saints. And let me tell you, this isn't just a splash move, it's a statement. So what exactly makes this trade so significant? First, let's talk about Olave himself. He's a Pro Bowler from 2023, and if you've been paying attention, you know he's a game changer. In the 2023 season, he posted 35 receptions for 512 yards and 3 touchdowns, with an average of 14. 6 yards per catch and a PFF grade of 88. That's elite production for a young receiver who's just entering the prime of his career. Over his career, Olave has accumulated 298 receptions, 212 yards and 22 touchdowns, averaging 1 yards per reception, which is exactly what you want in a deep threat receiver. His speed is eye-popping, 39 seconds in the 40-yard dash, surpassing Darius Slayton's 4:45, projecting around a 15% increase in deep plays for the Giants. Now, why would the Giants make such a move? Well, for starters, their offense has struggled immensely this season. They rank around 28th in the league in total offense, and adding a receiver like Olave could be the spark they need. His ability to stretch the field and create mismatches will be critical, especially considering the Giants' current receiving core, which has been somewhat inconsistent. Slayton remains a key player, but pairing him with Olave gives quarterback Daniel Jones a dynamic duo that defenses will find hard to contain. The duo is projected to combine for over 800 yards in the upcoming season, which is huge for a team that's been starved for explosive plays. Just imagine the possibilities. Olave's speed, combined with Slayton's route running, could push the Giants' passing efficiency to a new level, boosting their EPA per pass by around 18% when using reliable targets like Jones. Interestingly, this trade also takes place amid some strategic cap management. The Saints, who are in a bit of a rebuild, have a cap hit of about $9 million for Olave, and they're also working through some cap space adjustments, with their cap rising about $17 million to facilitate extensions for players like Alvin Kamara, who's earning around $15 million a year. The Saints, with odds of plus 15000 to win Super Bowl LXI, are viewed as a team in transition, especially after letting go of some of their defensive pieces and focusing on rebuilding their offense. Their defense has been leaking points, allowing around 28 points per game after a tough year, especially following the departure of their quarterback. The move to trade Olave is a clear signal that the Saints are prioritizing youth and cap flexibility over immediate contention. Meanwhile, for the Giants, this trade isn't just about adding a big name, it's about transforming their entire offensive approach. The team's run game, led by Tracy Jr., who's averaging 38 yards per carry for around 480 yards, stands to benefit from the increased attention on the passing game. The defense, which has been relatively solid, thanks to players like Thibodeaux, who's recorded 5 sacks, and Bowen in the top 15 in sacks, will have a better chance to capitalize on turnovers and create more short fields for the offense. The Giants have been trying to improve their time of possession, gaining about 3 more minutes per game and forcing 4 more turnovers on average. This kind of aggressive, ball-hawking defensive style, combined with an improved passing attack, could be exactly what they need to turn their season around. Now let's talk about the broader implications, because this isn't just about one trade. It's about the division, the playoff picture, and the future of these teams. The Giants, with the addition of Olave, are suddenly looking at a much more dangerous offense. Their chances of making the playoffs could see a real boost, especially considering their increased red zone efficiency, moving from a mediocre 35% conversion rate last season to projections of around 48% with Olave's playmaking ability. This kind of upgrade could be the difference in tight games when it counts. On the other hand, the Saints are likely to see some immediate benefits from this trade as well. Olave's presence will help open up the field for other playmakers, and with the added cap space, they might be looking to extend key players or acquire additional talent to bolster their defense. But with the current state of their defense, giving up Olave might be a strategic move to acquire draft capital and rebuild through the draft. The Saints' odds to win Super Bowl LXI, which were around plus 10-0 earlier this season, could now improve if they manage to add some impactful pieces in the offseason, especially on defense. Back to the Giants, what does all this mean for their future? Well, it's quite promising. The team's front office clearly believes in Daniel Jones and the core they've built around him. And now, with Olave, they're giving him a weapon that can truly stretch the field and create big play opportunities. The combination of Olave and Slayton could be reminiscent of some of the most explosive duos in the league, and it's exciting to think about how the offense will evolve. The Giants have been a team that's been on the cusp, sometimes close, sometimes falling short, but this move signals a serious push toward contention, especially if they can improve their red zone efficiency and continue to develop their young defense. And let me just highlight the historical context here because it's important. The Giants have a long-standing tradition of making bold moves when it counts. From their Super Bowl victories in 2007 and 2011 to the recent resurgence, they have always been a team willing to shake things up. This trade for Olave could be the start of a new chapter, one where speed and explosiveness become the hallmarks of their offense, and where they finally establish themselves as a true playoff contender once again. The NFC East is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Eagles, who are currently 6-2 and boasting a formidable secondary with a PFF grade of 72, and the Cowboys always lurking, but the Giants are now showing that they're ready to fight fire with fire. Looking at the upcoming schedule, the Giants will face a tough stretch, but with Olave's speed and ability to turn routine plays into big gains, they could catch some defenses off guard. The red zone routes and deep balls will be critical, especially against teams with strong secondaries like the Eagles. The Giants' coaching staff will have to optimize this new dynamic, designing plays that maximize Olave's speed and ability to create mismatches. If they can do that, the possibility of a late-season surge isn't just a pipe dream. It becomes a very real possibility. And let's not forget about the impact on the playoff race. The addition of Olave, combined with the already solid defense, gives the Giants a real X-factor. They could be a dark horse, especially if their offense starts clicking like it's capable of. The NFC is wide open this year, and teams that can generate explosive plays are often the ones who advance deep into the postseason. The Giants are now one of those teams, thanks to this bold move. They've shown that they're not just content with being a rebuilding team. They want to compete, and this trade clearly demonstrates that intent. Now I want to bring this full circle and remind you, the fans, this is exactly the kind of move that can energize a franchise and its supporters. The energy around MetLife Stadium will surely be electric if Olave makes an immediate impact, and fans will be eager to see how this new duo develops. The Giants are banking on Olave's speed and playmaking ability to be a catalyst for their resurgence. It's a bold gamble, but one that could pay off in a big way, especially if Daniel Jones can deliver accurate throws to take advantage of Olave's deep roots. And of course, we have to keep an eye on the Saints, who are in a bit of a rebuild, but this trade also signals their willingness to move pieces around to set up future success. The NFL is a league of contrasts, teams rebuilding, teams pushing for titles, and this trade is a perfect example of that. The Saints are clearing cap space and acquiring draft capital, while the Giants are investing in a proven playmaker who can turn their season around. It's a fascinating dynamic, and it's only just beginning to unfold. So what's next for these teams? The Giants will need to integrate Olave quickly and efficiently, making sure he's used to his full potential right from the start. They'll have to design plays that maximize his speed, especially in red zone situations where big plays can turn the tide of a game. The coaching staff will also need to work on chemistry, getting Daniel Jones on the same page with Olave, and ensuring that the deep routes are executed perfectly. If they succeed, the Giants could see a significant boost in their offensive output, and that could be the spark they need to climb back into playoff contention. Meanwhile, the Saints will be focusing on their rebuild. They might look to extend some of their core players like Kamara and use the draft to bolster their defense. The cap flexibility gained from trading Olive gives them options to add impact players in free agency or to develop younger talent. It's a strategic move, and if they can develop a solid defense to complement their offense, they might turn things around faster than expected. And as we look ahead, one thing is clear. This trade sets the stage for a very interesting second half of the season. The NFC East, already one of the most competitive divisions in the league, just got even more unpredictable. The Giants, with their new weapon, could become one of the league's most dangerous teams when everything clicks. The road to the playoffs is still long, but with this move, the Giants are signaling that they're not just here to participate. They want to compete at the highest level. So fans, keep your eyes on the Giants because the coming weeks are going to be crucial. Will Olive live up to the hype? Can Daniel Jones harness his speed and turn it into a consistent offensive threat? And what kind of ripple effect will this have on the division and the league? Those are questions we'll be watching closely, but one thing is for sure. The New York Giants just made a statement, and they're not done yet. The NFC East better watch out because Big Blue is back in the game, and they're playing to win. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like ON this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this trade? Do you believe Olive can be the piece that pushes the Giants over the top? Are you excited about the potential of this duel with Slayton? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the Giants. This move has the potential to change everything, and I want to know how you see it playing out. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. We're on the brink of something special, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Thanks for being here, and as always, stay passionate, stay loud, and let's go Big Blue.